to be quiet because everyone sleeps here during this time. My normal routine is I wake up at around 4 and I get my, food, and then I get my exercise on. My routine has been kind of violated again. It's been violated because I was attacked again by an officer. I know, and then everyone's like, well, you had to have done something wrong. Well, I was under the impression I was doing everything right. I did a U-turn and then went to the Maverick because I ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and I was thirsty and I needed water. And I was all out inside of my cup. So it's going to go in there to get a refresher. So I went in there. I was about to go in there. I didn't actually go in there because I went to open my door and then there was an officer coming up. I'm like, hello. He was like, he was on a mission, I'm like, may I help you? Can I see some ID? And I said, no, because I don't have an ID. I have a driver's license. I've never been asked it like that. I've been asked driver's license. So it's like, no. And then he didn't like the word no, I guess, because after that I was down on the floor of the asphalt of the Maverick in Sandy, Utah. There were witnesses, and obviously it was daytime. It was about, 1 o'clock, 1 p.m., 2, around there. And I'd have to look back on that paperwork. I don't remember that time specifically. But it was, right after I had gone to Target to get some supplies I was making an epic little beauty piece, an art piece for someone's anniversary. I was going to go bring it to them because they do a wonderful job on your hair. Don't look at it right now because I haven't done anything to it. I have a lot of gray in there. I'm old. So, after he threw me on the floor of the asphalt, my hands started to go numb, And I was telling him to stop over and over. I was screaming for bloody murder. And then there was people walking by and I was like, help, and he was like, stop resisting. I'm like, I'm literally not even able to move. Like, what are you talking about, psychopathic? Do you like to do this all the time to people? Psycho. And then he's like, stop. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? How can I stop? You're the one that's doing it. How can I stop? And then it just kept escalating from there. And then I went into the back of the vehicle, and then I couldn't breathe, so I asked if I could have my inhaler, and he would not give it to me. So then I went into unconsciousness, and then I hit and smacked my head onto the back of the passenger seat. And then I came back to, and then I said, can you please call an EMT? I'm really scared for my safety. And then he would not. The sergeant did. I said, don't waste it on the EMT. I'll go to the health department after. I'm feeling better. But I would like my vitals checked by the fire department because it costs less on the money budgets. And so can you please do that, because I do have a heart palpitation from stress. From the stresses that have occurred in my past. My past is 14 wrongful incarcerations. And I'll give you an example. I did yoga at the university I attended. Criminal justice was my major. Investigations I truly enjoyed thoroughly. So I did that. I did a lot of those things after being wrongfully incarcerated. My kids taken away unlawfully. Their statement, DCFS, Department of Health and Human Services, they stated I was causing emotional damage to my children for taking them to too many interviews. Guess how many they went to? 1 each. So this could happen to any of you if you are a victim. Because if you are reporting one time, your kids could be taken away. They could just take away your anything. Just like this, too. I was awarded this, a 5-year campaign, right? For youth marijuana prevention campaign. 5 years, funding included. Here I am, still waiting. Look what it says over here. August. This is what the state of Utah does to ones like me. They do their best to get you to give up, give in, kill yourself, and they do the best that they can. A lot of them study psychology so that they can harm you the best. There's attorneys that do that, and my perpetrator, he hired that one. So that one is a true psychopath. Very scary. Kidnapped my child, I guess absconded my child while I was at work. I had a child protective order. They violated that. It was a judge's order. DCFS, prosecution's office, Cache County Attorney's office, and then also the Cache County Sheriff's office, the detective, violated an order and gave them to the one that the kids are not supposed to see. They did not go in proper protocols or procedures throughout this whole entire process. I started to see a lot of the red flags and seeing the corruption that was within this process. So that's when I used my knowledge from going to school, education. I also attained some law books, law education from the U of U. Thank you, Richard Goldberger, for that knowledge. And, I connected and partnered with a lot of people along the way, yet I'm still being tortured. I'm still being harmed, and I'm the one that's bad. Why am I bad? I have all the proof. I have the evidence all in front of you of the bad. Yet I have to take responsibility for what? I didn't do anything wrong. I just reported abuse. I wanted out of that situation. So, I don't know why that's a bad thing. I think that should be, good job. Good job on seeing the signs. Starting to pay attention to the things that were happening inside of your household. Good job. Yeah, because I was being drugged and really naughty things happening to me while I was sleeping. I started to become aware of it because I was very groggy and memories and different things when I would wake up. I'm like, oh, this is weird. So I started to not eat the food. I started to not drink the drinks, at night. And then he would get really mad. And I'm like, I already ate. And then he would stomp all over and freak out and slam doors and start to hit me. And I would be the one that would get all of the bad behavior. These were all stated by children multiple times of the bad that one was doing. My baby even said, my papa punches me in the pee-pee. It really hurts. I want it to stop. He said that to a sergeant at a children's justice center. My baby also stated a lot of others to other individuals. I also had a recording that I found on my other baby's tablet, a gift from these psychopathics. So I started to see and started to investigate because there was a lot of weird, suspicious things on my telephone. And then I started to, look all over. It started to fuel me, scare me. And I found a recording that will traumatize me to the rest of my days. Because when you hear your baby in that excruciating pain in those words, you would like to kill that person, but I haven't. Instead, I've educated myself and helped other people and saved lives and doing really epic work. Statistically, I am epic. I do a fabulous job at healing ones that are struggling in the criminal justice system, wrongfully incarcerated, maliciously prosecuted, victims of assault, victims of trafficking, victims of abuse, all these different long lists of victims and things that they've been harmed in. I've helped. Suicidal tendencies, I have them for sure, because you guys keep effing me. And then you're like, oh, you do so good work. What? How about you just give me my funding and stop making my life so much harder and give me my babies back and take accountability and say sorry to them. They're the ones that are being hurt in this process the most. It's disgusting.